Okay, so today I'm going to show you. Normally I don't make reptile videos. Today I am. And that's because I can. And I will. We're going to find out the best native to my area reptiles to keep. You can even catch them. That's how good they are as pets. I wouldn't recommend it, but still, they're good pets. I'm gonna do this. The volume off. Okay, I'm back. So today we are going to learn the best best underrated beginner reptiles that are native to Arizona, where I live. So first we're going to go, and there is most likely going to be an arachnid or two on here. Now, these guys, one of my first lizards I kept, one of them. This is a very underrated lizard. They're good to catch. Now, we're gonna look at pictures. I've never had a desert, but I've had a yellowback, I've had a crevice. I've had everything but a desert and a granite. I caught a granite, but I didn't keep it. I did keep them for breeding purposes. Okay, so see these big, beautiful monstrosities? Great eaters. They're not the best for handling. They're mostly active. They don't need too big of an enclosure. They're the miniature bearded dragons of the... Oh, that's copyright right there. They're the miniature bearded dragons of North America. They drop their tails. Not very common of them, unless you grab it when they're trying to run away from you in a rock crevice. But these are great pets. They are very common, so you can probably catch one and get away with it. That's a yellowback, or I keep forgetting the name. But when they're babies, they're extremely cute. When they're adults, they're very awesome, beautiful. They make a little word of advice. These are only things I've caught and kept as pets. I'm not gonna put something like a whiptail lizard on here, though they are miniature goose. I'm not gonna put one on here. It's only things I've kept before, like bluebelly, most likely a bluebelly, or western fence lizard, as people like to call them, or plateau lizard. I've kept those. Okay, that's a desert spiny. Now, another one I've kept before. Corn, king, milk, or rat snake. The reason why I put them together, because they're very, very similar. They're not very underrated. They are pretty much beginner lizards. Snakes. Sorry. I'm more of a lizard person. They're fun to keep. I love snakes, but I'll keep lizards more. Okay. They're very beautiful. I've never kept a corn, rat, or milk snake, but they are very similar. I kept 2 king snakes before. 3 actually. One didn't last very long. I let him go. One of them escaped. And that's vape juice. Not what I want to see. Corn, king, milk, or rat snake. They're very pretty. You can keep them as outdoor pets. As long as you don't live in Canada. They are great pets. This isn't a care guide for any of these. If you want one, gotta wait till summer break, guys. Because I'm going back to California to check on all my little guys. I really do hope they are alive. But decent sized cage would be from a 40 to 50 for any of these. Or in a 40 quart tub. Most people have. You can keep them all in the tub. You can keep them anywhere you want. You can keep them up on your bed. You can keep them up on the drawer. I have a 56 quart that will definitely hold a king snake.
This is the best game ever.
I might actually put one in there. Nothing's stopping me, right?
I'm stopping you.
There is more species of, that's a copperhead. There is more species of corn than there is of any of the other ones. I don't know, Mom.
Find it.
I'll find it afterwards.
No,
Busy at the moment.
I don't care. I will take it away from you. Somewhere is better. I will take your shit away from you.
I'll be right back. I don't know where it is, Mom. Blame everything on me. So you see.
My headshot. Be careful.
Not under my bed. It's probably in Evan's bed. He's just good at blaming everything on me. Nope, not in my bed. I looked.
I'm gonna take your tablets away from you. What? I just got mine.
Found it.
See, I told you it was in your bed. Can I have it? It was against the wall. In his bed. Put it on the TV.
Put what on the TV?
Put it on top. Cable. Turn it on to music, and I don't care if you like it or not. You go outside.
Okay, I'm back. This should pretty much be a colubrid category because colubrid snakes are awesome. If you don't know what colubrid snakes are, you should do your research because I'm not doing an entire colubrid care guide on you. Just for one. If you want one? Tell me. Okay, now get out of this. Western fence lizard. Okay, this is a decent lizard to keep. Smaller than spiny, can be kept in a 10-gallon if you want to go small. I see most people would say 20. You can go 20, 10. The world is your oyster. They are super extremely common. You can keep one as a pet that you just find. Like, you will need to treat it with stuff, but it'll most likely, God, Jesus. Worst time to put on music, Mom. If you guys hear music in the background, that's my mom. You might have to treat them with stuff. They do most likely need UVB, because they are diurnal. Duh. See? Round pupils. Diurnal. And some low D3. This is not a care guide. I will tell you everything you need for these guys. They don't necessarily need a basking area. Make sure they have deep substrate. You don't have to worry about them eating sand like a leopard gecko. They have an intelligence. Who's a good boy, Leo? Climb on my face? Wrong time to climb on my face, I guess. It can be room temperature unless your house gets down to like -4 degrees. Then you got a problem. They will bury themselves in the substrate if they don't like the temperature. They will eat mealworms, crickets, dubia roaches, etc., anything, etc. I can go on and on for years. No, I can't. I can probably name off like one more. Headlight roaches. They get decently sized. The biggest they get is like the size of a leopard gecko. They're more active than a leopard gecko. I go 30, but you can keep them in a smaller, but they might become stunted from not being able to run. Just warning you. Okay. That's a western fence lizard.
I got a question.
What?
Ready? For the viewers, I want you to write in the comments, what's your favorite animal? And Will, what's your favorite reptile?
My favorite reptile. That's a hard one.
Who cares?
Well, that was just rude. So, blue tails, 5 lines, gilberts. Gilberts are extremely terrible to find. You cannot find them. I don't recommend you finding them in the wild. But if you want to, hey, nothing's stopping you. Except the U.S. Fish and Wildlife. Check your local state laws. That's a gilberts. The blue tail or the I don't know how to say it, is a very common ground-dwelling species of skink. And, well, kind of common. You can buy them easily. I know places to get them for like $14. $14 only because they're extremely rare to find in the wild. Hard to breed. But there is successful breeding populations. Good luck finding it. They make great active pets. Skinks are awesome pets. I don't care what kind of skink it is. It's probably most likely an awesome pet. Like, it can be a monkey-tailed skink, and I bet that's a pretty awesome pet. They are active. And if you're really feeling like giving him a treat, throw a baby western fence in there. He'll inhale it. I found out from trial and error. They will pop their tail off, just like that picture depicts. It's not pretty afterwards.
What's your type the first letter of your first name in the chat, and we'll tell you your backstory.
Evan. Sorry, that.
If it's A, you're a crack addict.
Evan, I have viewers with the name, Andrew. Sorry, Andrew.
Your name's Andrew, you're awesome.
Blue. They're pretty similar to whiptails, I heard. They're the miniature tegus of North America. And I wish mine didn't escape and isn't living in my house in California. That's a whiptail. But they make great active pets. Put them in a 10-gallon tank and they won't get stunted. They shouldn't get stunted. I think they're nocturnal. They will dig. And that's it for blue tails.
Okay. I have a question for all viewers. Write in the chat if you like tuna.
Tuna's the worst thing on the planet.
Send me fire emojis if you hate it, but send me an emoji on doing the winky face. Or fire for you hate it, and whatever else for you like it. Just fire.
Everybody put fire. Okay.
Don't put fire.
These, I used to think these were alligator lizards. No, they're night lizards. I've kept alligator lizards. They're awesome. They're next. These are night lizards. They're very cool little guys. They get tiny. They stay tiny forever. So you people that want a 5-gallon tank forever, want something you're gonna feed once, like every 2 days. You gotta feed it micro dubia roaches, maybe even fruit flies. They do get like 4 inches long. So, 5-gallon tank is plenty. Full grown.
Send me emojis in the chat. Just fire. Write corn and then write fire.
Corn is awesome.
Corn sucks.
That's not the night lizard I'm talking about. Okay.
A bag or a can. It's disgusting.
It's a desert night lizard, and they are very, very, very pretty. That's a leopard gecko, and they're pretty. That's not it. That's a Leachianus gecko. That's a bearded dragon. That's a long-tailed lizard. That's a blue-tongued skink. Come on, I'm not that retarded. Can't put a house gecko on here and think I'm not gonna. Spiny lizard. Back to category 1. Well, that's what they look like right here. Desert night lizard. They get that big. They stay that big forever. So, catch it, keep it, eat it. If you can breed them and you have a snake that's extremely picky, hey, free snake food forever. But don't tell the lizard lovers I said that. I'm more of a lizard person myself, but that's next. They're not very good eaters, but they will eat mostly if you give them the chance. Get some baby dubia roaches from Petco or whatever. I only have incognito on because of I've searched a couple things that could possibly get me copyright claimed, like shopping services, and I just don't feel like it. Getting copyright claimed. Yeah, I'm not gonna owe $5,000 to YouTube. No, I'm good. Okay, now, last one. You knew it was gonna be on here. I actually forgot what it was gonna be. An alligator. Yes, get an alligator. A pet alligator. I had one in California. It cost like $100 at most. I'm kidding. Come on, you knew. I'm kidding. Do not get a pet alligator. You will waste your money. You'll most likely end up giving it MVD or something. Okay, this is an alligator lizard. These are the coolest looking lizards you can possibly have. Some of them get big enough to eat snakes. I actually don't know about that. That's probably a lie. Um, copyright. No. They look like miniature snakes. That's a green iguana. See the big green one with the big frills? That's an abronia, or arboreal alligator from Mexico. I'm talking about these little slim guys. They'll eat anything you put in front of them. They are not picky at all. You can put dog food in there and they'll just inhale it. Do not feed your creatures dog food unless it's a dog. Like, that's terrible. Like, that's a terrible thing to do to the poor thing. If you are going to get a crocodilian, get a dwarf caiman. If I can say that enough. It's the smallest species of crocodilian I can think of. Or you can just get one of these. They look like miniature alligators. They will swim for prey. If you put some tadpoles in there, they will eat it. They will eat it. I fed mine frogs. Sorry, frog lovers. Now, I am going to throw some bonuses on here. These are really active most of the time. And they breed like crazy, so they're like the cockroaches of the lizard family. And if you can breed them, do not cut their eggs, because if you are going to let them go, you gotta make sure they're strong enough to escape the egg first. So if they don't get out of the egg, they don't get out of the egg, they die in the egg. And then you just release the survivors out into your yard. You won't have to deal with baby snake eggs, because they'll eat them. I always recommend you doing that with king snakes. Okay, now we're gonna do some arthropods, and, of course, frogs. I'm kidding, I've never kept a frog. I have, but I don't know what kind it was. So now we're going to do I've never kept one of these, but I heard a lot of good feedback on these guys. They're big, non-venomous. I'm planning on getting one when we get a house. Desert hairy scorpion. You knew it was coming, because you saw me typing it. Yes, I am. They're adorable. Oh. They are non-venomous. You can get stung by it, and it's not even as bad as a bee sting. Unless, of course, you're allergic to bees, like my mom.
And you.
No, I'm not allergic to bees. I told you that already. They're very easy to get. They're not very aggressive. You can pick it up. Of course, you shouldn't pick it up. If you're planning on getting a scorpion you can handle, get a emperor scorpion. But this is the stuff you can get around in my area. They glow underneath the black light. Oh, that's the next one. Dang it, spoiler. The furry thing right there. That looks terrifying. The Sulpudid. Besides their name, they don't have any hairs. They're adorable. Oh, look at that cute little claws. She's gonna bite a cricket, you know. The best way to tell the potency of a scorpion, size of claws. If it has tiny little claws and a giant fat tail, it's most likely gonna kill you. If it has humongous claws and just a tiny little tail, it's gonna sting you. It's gonna pinch you before it stings you, of course. You can keep these guys in that. You can see the green things. Yeah. And almost last, one more after this one. We got desert blonde tarantula. I am definitely getting one of these when we get a house, because these are the cutest of the spiders. Look at those furs and those giant chelicerae that can put a hole in your finger. Yes, I do my research. I'm saying scientific words. Adorable, adorable, adorable. Look at these things. They're beginner species of tarantula. They're probably most likely extremely easy to keep.
Okay, don't listen to anything he's saying. Most of the animals he's never even seen.
I've seen a desert blonde in real life. Okay, and that's it, guys. I'll make a part 2 to this.
Yeah? Why? Why do you need help?
This is too